hello, I'm in the UK. I made it. I did it. I managed to get here. It has been a while since my last video, so I thought I would just come live and not live recording. I'm too used to live streaming. I thought I would just come here and sit and talk about my experience and what's been going on. First things first, I did make it to South Africa after everything that happened in Qatar. I loved it. I really, really want to go back at some point. I just stayed on the western coast. Western Cape, they actually call it. So Cape Town, for example, and Somerset West, and it was just beautiful. I ate so much and I drank a lot, and it was just a whole bunch of merriment. I didn't end up making a video because I just was enjoying myself so I was going to say so long. I can't believe I was about to say so long. That is an example of South African lingo that I picked up that I have not thought about saying until this moment, speaking about South Africa. Anyway, so maybe in the future I will talk about South Africa, especially if I do go back. But today is not about that. Today is about life in the UK, not the test, not to be too confused with the test, but rather what's been going on? Where have I been? How are things? Good, to just cut straight to the point. Basically, I've been rebuilding my setup. As you can see, I am in a new place. This is not a stand-up comedy show, as the people on my live streams like to keep on reminding me. I'm getting very tired of all of those comments, but I don't think I can counteract them until I start decorating, if I start decorating. But it's been a slow process of just rebuilding the setup, getting a new monitor, and just finding my rhythm again. But I have also started multi-streaming, so only on Twitch and YouTube is the new one at the moment. No other platforms, but it's been a lot of fun. I've been really enjoying it. It is a different kettle of fish than what I'm used to, but basically I've had a lot of people who are commenting, why the heck did I move to the UK? And I thought, you know what, this is inspiration to come back and talk about how my move has been. And I've been really enjoying myself. I think that after my thoughts on my move video and talking about how, unsurprisingly, people ask why the UK, it hasn't stopped. It's been about 6 months and it genuinely hasn't stopped of why UK. So I've started trying to phrase things of, I moved here so that I could be in Europe. And on that, within a month of being in the UK, I already had a road trip in the Balkans. So I flew to Croatia and I went through Slovenia, technically crossed over to Italy and also southern Austria. And it was wonderful. I went with a friend. I love her dearly. And it was just so much fun. And that alone, that trip being within a month of my move, is indicative of my choice to be here. Not only that, I have 3 more European trips planned. I'm going to Denmark, to Copenhagen. I am going to Iceland. What am I going to in between? Spain. I'm also going to Spain, and there are more trips that I hope to do as well, but those are the 3 that are planned over the summer period. So that is why I moved to the UK. It's really that simple. And on top of that, it's easy to get a visa in the UK as opposed to in the EU as a New Zealander. I still want to get my German passport. I think I've spoken about it before in one of my videos. If you guys don't know, my dad is German, and so I am eligible for a German passport. I just haven't gotten out of my way to go and get that and organize that. And then once I have, the EU and EU countries rather will open up to me. But in the meantime, the visa situation, super easy to be in the UK. That is why the UK. And I like it here. The culture shock is non-existent, first things first. So coming from New Zealand and Australia, it's very much the same. I don't have to worry about assimilating. There we go. It's just simple. It's very, very simple. I've not once felt uncomfortable or not certain of how things run. I think the only thing that I've been uncertain on is how I will get any of the NHS benefits, because it's supposed to be free healthcare, but is it free for me? I don't know. I'll have to go check that out, because then it would be useful to have a GP, etc. But that's stuff that I will work on. But outside of that, I'm just very happy where I am. I said to a friend recently, I just feel like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. And that reminds me of a song from Barbie Princess Diaries, but that's no, not Princess Diaries. Yes, Princess Diaries. It doesn't matter. It goes, this is real, this is me. I don't know why I am singing now on this recording, so I'm going to stop. But genuinely, I feel like exactly where I'm meant to be. I have been so lucky that the person I'm staying at, the attic that I am in, for those who are wondering how I've managed to get this brick wall behind me, I'm in someone's attic. They don't know I'm here, so please don't tell them. But I'm staying here, and it's a wonderful, wonderful place and location in Southampton. So Southampton is not the most exciting city, I will admit. When I visited here last year on my UK kind of overseas experience, I suppose, my little trip, my road trip, I wasn't that jazzed about Southampton. It was cool to see my friend, but it was not like the most, I guess, touristy place to be. But I don't even think I want to say the word touristy, because I was in some cities that I just thought were cool and trendy and had like a vibe. Southampton didn't really have a vibe other than tired. Just very, very tired. The poor thing. But now that I am actually here, I really like Southampton. It's quiet, but it's big enough to have a whole bunch of nice food and drink culture. Lots of cafes. I tell you what, they have too many cafes, but I love it. I think it's great. And there are a lot of, I would say, families, young families. And so there is a little bit of an intimidation there where I'm like, how am I supposed to make any friends if they all have families? And here I am over here, childless. But nonetheless, the implication of a city that has a whole bunch of families is that it's a safe place to be. Or at least that's the impression I'm getting. I haven't had any concerns anywhere I've gone. There are a whole bunch of parks as well, so lots of walking. And there's a river that runs through, so it's a great place to go for a wander. So having some nature is nice. It's not like mountains or anything. It is the UK after all, but it is just nice. And on top of that, I made some friends. I'm very proud of myself because that was something that I was a little bit nervous about being in a new country, is socializing, finding new people, finding friends, making a social circle, etc., etc. I rolled a nat 20 on a luck check. I kid you not. And I was in a cafe, unsurprisingly, and I overheard some people talking Dungeons and Dragons, and I mustered up some courage to introduce myself. And now I go to D&D every single week. Dungeons and Dragons, for those who don't know the lingo. My apologies. And I'm so lucky. I cannot believe how lucky I am. And not only that, they are wonderful people. We've hung out outside, or rather the people who host, I've hung out with outside of our Dungeons and Dragons nights. We've just gone for coffee every now and again and had a board game night that wasn't with the D&D crew. And they're just wonderful people. And I cannot believe how fate basically fell into my hands. But I will still pat myself on the back because of my own courage to actually walk through the door when, or rather open the door when the opportunity knocked. There we go. There's the analogy. I had to think about that one. And I'm just so lucky. And they even made me a little D&D mini. We're going to be painting them this week, which is very exciting. So that's my little Minotaur. She's very, very cute and very, very cool. So anyway, that's my little rant for the D&D nerds. Regardless, Southampton in particular, like I said, didn't have high hopes for it, but I think there's a big difference between living somewhere and visiting somewhere. So I would not say that Southampton or my original hometown of Hamilton, New Zealand, are tourist towns. There's not a lot going on to show off to people who are just kind of passing through. But in terms of a place to live, figuring out the things that are important to you there does make it very different. Oh, and another benefit of Southampton, it's pretty close to London without being in London. That is a bit of a hellscape to navigate if you don't like big cities. But it is close enough to London that if I do want to go to like a West End show or something, I just need to jump on a train. It's not too far away. So, and on top of that, international flights are all from London. So, well, I shouldn't say all from London, but if I were to go back to Australia or New Zealand, I have to go back to London. So it's nice being close there. And yeah, I'm just really happy. I really feel like I have warmed up to Southampton quickly. I feel comfortable. I feel good. And now it's just about getting my routine essentially. And that is what I've been trying to do. The live streaming has been sporadic, but it has been happening. And that's been a lot of fun, like I said earlier, unless I didn't say it earlier. I don't know. I think that I'm starting to waffle more than I usually do. So maybe that's a sign that I should wrap it up at the end here. Is there anything else I wanted to say? I think because of the live streams, I've had a lot of people kind of saying the same things over or rather asking the same things over and over again. So I might do like a little frequently asked questions. So for example, is this a stand-up comedy club? No. Where are you? An attic. Why is your accent weird? I don't know. So all of those I probably will try and do a video on at some point, but not today because I didn't plan what else I was going to say today. So that's all for the rant. Hopefully that was a nice little update for you guys on how things have been. If you have any questions, please ask them so that I have an excuse to make more YouTube videos. I'm still new to this whole thing. So let me know. That's all that I have to say. I'm done now. Bye!